Founder's Notes, Edition 14, Week 5, Philosophy, Founder's Reflections. Some scrolls begin with fire, some with fatigue. This one begins with a question. Before you scale, before you structure, before you lead, have you dared to ask if it is worthy to be built at all? This is not a scroll of ambition. It is a scroll of examination. Not, how do I grow? But should I? This is not strategy. It is conscience in cadence. And it does not come from certainty. It comes from moral discomfort. Socrates taught us, the unexamined business is not worth scaling. Aristotle taught us, telos must precede motion, purpose must guide architecture. And the watchmaker whispers still, speed without soul is precision without meaning. These are not quotes, they are anchors. This scroll is not fast. It is carved in hesitation, in humility, in the stillness that arrives before the founder strikes the first stone. You do not lead because you are right. You lead because you are willing to be morally aligned before you are admired. This scroll was not written to be read. It was written as a return to the table where blueprints wait for approval not from the market, but from your own conscience. It invites a silence few will stay long enough to feel. And yet, that silence is where truth begins. This is not content. This is canon. It is the library where my sons will one day enter and find not answers, but questions their father dared to carry. This is not what I taught them. This is what I questioned, aloud, so they might one day build with ethics as their scaffolding. Because the canon cannot be built without philosophy. It cannot endure without pause. It cannot matter if we do not stop to ask, is this just? Is this beautiful? Is this worthy of being carried forward? And if the answer comes not in clarity, but in peace, then, and only then, let the chisel fall. This scroll does not call for applause. It calls for alignment. It was not written to build something new. It was written to remind you of something old. That a founder's greatest achievement is not what he built, but what he chose not to build, because the soul said, not yet. Let this scroll return you to the question. Have you dared to ask if it is worthy to be built at all?